Hey there, it's Eileen with Las Vegas Sotheby's International Realty, and I heard you're looking to buy a home here in Las Vegas. So I want to tell you some things that you need to watch out for. And am I scaring you? No, nothing to be scared about. This is all good stuff, but you have to consider a lot of things when you're moving to Las Vegas, because you may be living in California right now and have a 2.5-hour commute one way, and that is not going to be the case here in Las Vegas, but you do still need to make a plan of everything that is important to you, and more importantly, what you don't want to see in your house. So we go by an 85% rule. And what that means is that if 85% of the home that you are looking at works for you and works for your family, then you should probably consider that home as a viable option, because nothing is ever going to fit 100%. And even if you think it does at the time, once you actually get in there and live there and move and feel how the house feels, you're gonna find something that you really don't like. So 85% is the rule of thumb that we go by so that you can get a house that's gonna work for you. So what should you consider when you're buying a house in Las Vegas? Well, one of the things I already alluded to, it's the commute. Now, even though you may have had a really long commute before, you may say, Eileen, I want to be within 15 minutes of shopping, of work, of school, of whatever that is that you have to have for your family. Because once you move in, the commute really can't be changed unless you move jobs. So if commute is really important to you and you travel a lot and you need to be close to the airport, I know where you need to be. If you have schools planned for your kids that you're like, hey, my kid is only going to this school, and you don't want to drive and be in the car all day long like an unpaid Uber driver, then we need to get you into that school zone. So commute is super important so that you are not stuck in your car all day. The second thing that you really want to look at is, where are you going to do your shopping? And I'm not talking about, do you need to be by a Dillard's? I'm talking about, do you need to be by a Trader Joe's? Well, okay, maybe that's my Dillard's and yours is actually Dillard's, but maybe you want to be by a Whole Foods. Maybe you want, a Costco. Where are these stores located so that you are right there in the heart of where you want to be? Because everybody has their own flow of how they operate their home. So if you are taking too much time driving back and forth between stores, then you're not really going to enjoy where your home is located. You're going to be like, man, if only I knew that the Trader Joe's was over here and it would have only taken me 5 minutes to get to, then that would have been perfect. So you want to make sure that when we're plotting this out, anything that is important to you as far as your daily activities, we want to make sure that we are close enough to them that it's going to be a convenience for you to buy a home where you're looking and not a hindrance to your lifestyle. Number 3 is security. And this is a big one. Every single person that I have looking to buy a home in Las Vegas, even if you already live here, I send you our Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department crime mapping website. And that lets you go on You can see every zip code, every neighborhood. You can see crimes that are committed in those areas so that you know if it's safe for you or your family. But with security, there is also, a different variety of how you can be secure or feel secure. So you have security that you can do on your own with cameras, with alarms, those types of things that are self-monitoring. You can also buy in a gated community. So the only issue with gated communities that I see is that if I were following behind you into a community that has a gate, I don't need to put in a code to get into that gate. I can just follow you right on through. The other option is there are guard gates, and there's a few kinds of guard gates. So there are guard gates that are staff gated, meaning that they are hired by the HOA. They do not carry weapons, but they do check ID. They make sure that people are invited. There is a list that you are put on in a guard gated community. So to get into that community, your name has to be on a list. Then there is the guard gated community that has armed guards, and they are carrying pistols for, the most part that I've seen anyway. And they also screen and monitor who is coming into that neighborhood. So there are a variety of ways that you can get security for your property. There are also roaming guards who, in some communities, even if they're not gated, they will roam the streets. And they have little trucks most of the time that I've seen, and they drive through the community, and they're just checking to make sure nothing seems out of place. So whatever your preference is, just know that I have lived here since 1980. I find this city to be safe, but that does not mean that my standards of safety match up to yours. So you need to make your own decisions, which is why I provide you with the information so that you can check and see if each area is going to be up to your standards of security for you and your family. Number 4 are community amenities. And that can look like anything from a fitness center, pools, parks, trails. So many communities in Las Vegas have access to all of these. And so when you're choosing where you want to live, that may make the difference between, do I buy a home with a pool or do I utilize the community pool? Do I need that ADU for my fitness center, or do I have access to a community fitness center that I can use? Or am I close enough to a gym that I want to join so that I can just take a quick drive to the fitness center? There are also social clubs that a lot of these communities have, which is really nice because it really does keep the community connected. It lets you make those connections with where your kids are going to school, people in the neighborhood that you may utilize for babysitting, or even maybe clothing swaps that they do in the area. So whatever the amenities are that you're looking for, if you're a tennis player, there's such a variety of things that we offer here in Las Vegas in our communities. You are sure to find a community that has what you're looking for. And number 5 is the Las Vegas Strip. Nobody that I know, and I shouldn't say nobody, but nobody that I know is like, yes, let's live as close to the Las Vegas Strip as we can. Nope, They want to see it out their window. They want to see the bright lights and the fireworks on the 4th of July or on New Year's Eve. But we don't want to be next to the Strip. We only want to go there when there's a great show or a beautiful restaurant that we want to go eat at. So you can live as close or as far away as you want. And because this has become a destination for second homes, third homes, there are that subset of people who want to be in all the action, and we have that for you too. We have beautiful high-rises that you can live in that have every amenity you can absolutely think of, and you are in the heart of the action. But for people like me who have families that go to school, we work in the community, I want to be as far away from the Strip as I possibly can, yet I want to know that it's right there so that if I want to go down to a Golden Knights game, that it is right down the street. So you can live as far away or as close as you want to. And if you get a property with a strip view, all your friends are going to want to come sit and watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. Number 6 is walkability. And you may not think that Vegas is walkable, and you would be right in most cases. However, Summerlin is building a beautiful community right now in Red Point. It's the village of Red Point, I should say, that is going to be extremely walkable. They are building a mini, downtown Summerlin that is going to have stores, coffee shops, restaurants, all of those things. And the density of the homes in that area is higher, so that there are going to be trails leading right to this beautiful place where you can sit, enjoy your coffee, walk your dog, do all of those things that a walkable community offers. And because a lot of people are still working remotely, you may never have to get in your car. There are also some really beautiful walkable communities in downtown Las Vegas that have amazing restaurants, places to visit. Life is Beautiful is down there. You will probably hear all of the music festivals that are going on in that area because they are so close. So you almost don't have to pay for them. You can just listen to them. But if you are looking for a walkable place in Las Vegas, we do have them. One other is the District in Henderson. There are condos above the shopping. And it is one of my favorite places in Las Vegas, and actually one of the first that had condos above commercial space, making it a walkable community. Number 7, and maybe the most important if you have kids, is that you will want to know what schools your children are going to go to. I never suggest just taking it as it comes with you find the perfect house and then you put your kids in the school and you realize, I made a mistake. This school is not what I thought that it was going to be. So again, we go back to, we strategize to make a plan so that if schools are at the top of your list, we go through that first and then focus your search on the areas where those schools are that are important to you. And in Las Vegas, we have a variety of schools. We have public schools that range from, okay to really great. We have charter schools that are public schools that have focuses in certain areas. Then we have magnet schools that, again, they focus in a certain area like maybe math or science or technology. And then we have technical academies that really will blow you away. One of them here, you actually in high school are taking classes toward being a veterinarian, possibly toward being a pilot. I mean, how cool is that in high school, those are things that you can study. And then we have a lot of private schools. Some of them are religious or faith-based schools, and many of them are not. So whatever that looks like for you and your kids, that's another discussion that we have to point you in the right direction of where you might be close enough to your school of choice that, again, you are not sitting in traffic all day, just wishing that you were closer, because we all know if we have children that school pickup and drop off can really be taxing. So however we can make that process more seamless for you, that's what we want to do. So again, I am Eileen Guilbeault with Las Vegas Sotheby's International Realty. I look forward to helping you find the real estate that you want to fit the lifestyle that you want to live in Las Vegas. And I will see you soon.